welcome back to Exogate Initiatives. Buckle up because today we're gonna go on beyond. Go to space, meet with new factions hopefully. That's it. So, back to the base. I have to explain a little bit. As you can see, we have a little bit of change. So, in the left corner, you can see that we have a new barracks. So what's happened is that I actually, in the background between two episodes, I extended the barracks and a little bit moved to these directions. Well, I'm not moved it because I'm not used the old furnitures, which is a mistake on my end. Anyway, I'm going to move it later on probably. And another thing is I went into the research, I went into the laboratory, and I specifically went to the specimen study. The specimen study is enabling to recover specimens of the fauna. What does it mean? We can now capture creatures, which is good. Why? Well, sort of, I have a theory about that, but let's see if we can confirm that. What we can do with that, we have actually a specimen study console. That's a new item. We have unlocked two of that, and we have the specimen containment. We can see them here. So this is a specimen study console. This is simply the same than this one, the biosample study desk, which is enabling us to study the creatures we're bringing back. And this is the two big giant specimen containment, which is able to hold the creatures until we are studying. So that's only what really changed, not too much. I just wanted to catch up you guys. Now, let's jump back where we are. I want to be reshuffling a little bit the teams today because eventually I want to be creating mixed teams. I want to create a team where we have a medic because more and more risky missions we're going to go to. And I want to create a team where we potentially have another category. Maybe a soldier, an engineer, or something like that. So our team is a little bit more versatile. The teams are at the moment all back, so let's see the map. Now, another thing I also learned between episodes. One of it is that we have these icons under the plants, so it's called science. That means that we can bring back some kind of biosamples or now creatures. If you have an XP, we're not usually able to bring back anything from those planets. However, they're gonna give us multiplier in XP. What does it mean multiply on XP? Good questions. Well, we're going to answer it with this example because we anyway want to go to the close vicinity of our planet Earth. So we're going to create a mission and I'm going to select, let's just go with team 1 because it looks like Samantha Clark is injured. So I'm selecting this team and you can see this experience part here. So it says destination and team affinity. So it's coming from two different aspects of the experience of the mission boost. One is the destination, and that's what you can boost with an XP one. If you're going to planet where the XP is marked under that, that's going to mean that you get an extra 200% XP above the normal, which is really good. And the other one is a team affinity. Now, team affinity was not really clear to me. What does it mean? That if you have a team who went to a mission together a couple of times, they have a cohesion, they understand their moves and their next steps better together, so they're working better with each other. And that's going to give us a little bit of boost of the XP. So it's 12% for this team, and as they're progressing and working more together, it's going up. I don't know how far, but probably to 30 or 50%. I don't know. If you're bringing in a new team member because you're changing the team setup, which we're going to do later on, this can be going back and actually able to go to negative as well. Not too much, but I mean, yeah, you have to be aware of that. Okay, so we sent out that team, and I think we're going to need to extend a little bit the power situation because we definitely want to go to more and more planets. Let's just go like 1.5 more. So that was 4, that's another 4 plus 2. Okay, so we couldn't finish the room because the mission team is actually calling back. Let's see what they want to say. Priority call. Okay. The mental health is really dropped. What's happened? Right in front of us, giant insects. It's eating another one. Okay, that's a little bit disturbing. I agree with that. Did it see you? Good question. Giant insects. Not a good question. Where are you? Potentially less relevant. Let's go with this one. Not yet, but if we move, it will detect us straight away. So that's why I want to bring the soldiers or some kind of people who are able to do a little bit better combat situation. Okay, where are you? In a field of tall grass. Okay, it's hard to get our bearings. Oh crap. Say nothing. I'm glad you didn't speak. We would be at this. That's my expectation. I don't want you to do that. Okay, so the problem is it's require the first one. It's now or never run a body challenge check. Now I'm surprised it's saying 78% the chance that we're gonna pass because none of them is really good with the body, and that's the first column you can see, and all of them is just level 1. So I'm surprised of the 78% chance. Maybe don't move. Yeah, let's try this. It's walking away. Thank God. Okay, cool. Oh, good call. Good call. Are you okay? Yeah, we lost our chance to determine what it is, what it was, but at least we are alive. That's the most important. Yes, that's good. Now get out of there. Okay. Continue exploration. Okay, cool. Wow, that was a close call. Okay, let's just finish this building quickly, and then we can go on a mission with the other team as well. There's 2 main goals I want to be achieving in this episode. One of it is I want to create a new category, unlock it. So eventually either it's a soldier, an engineer, a scholar, or the diplomats. Because I want to create a team, as I said, at least between 3 different classes. That's one of the goals. The other goal is we have to speak about money. So for the first 1 year, 12 months, we get extra help from committee. As you can see it on a top line. That's a 50,000 money from each month. We are in month 4, so we're gonna have altogether 8 more months money from them. The salary is at the moment 43,000, but it's increasing every time we hire a new person, so it's gonna significantly go up. Or money from patents is actually 9,000, so it's not gonna cover our salaries, and we are not self-sufficient. Now we have 8 more months to work on it, but I want to be aware of that, and that's another goal I want to achieve. How we can go and get money? That's a good point. That's another learnings that I learned after we had the team came back. I don't really like that this interrupt me every time. The team came back, they get the biosample, they get the specimen as well. Good, you can rest. So, speak a little bit about the patterns. As you can see, we have all the categories as we saw in the previous episodes as well. However, I made a major mistake, as I learned it as well, that I went to write patterns with 1 theories each. That's not good. Let me explain why. So if you have just 1 theory per patterns, yeah, you can write more patterns, that's good. However, let's just see what will happen if we're adding another one. So if you're adding another one, then you can see that the theories will be used to create the patterns is duplicated, and it's giving a 5% extra bonus. No, 5% you can say is not too much, but let's see what's happening if you're adding a third one. That's going and jumping up to double, so it's 10%. Outside of that, because we use 2 higher level of theories and 1 lower levels, it's increasing the overall pattern quality, giving a 20% boost, which is quite important. But let's see if we're adding a fourth one, sorry. If the fourth one, now we're jumping from 10% to 25%, which is way better than the 0 or the 5%, obviously. And if you're adding another one, that is jumping to 50%. So anytime you have 5 theories in 1 pattern, regardless of the quality, it's a 50% boost. If you're increasing the quality from common to uncommon as well, that's an extra 20%. I don't know how much is for the rare. Let's just see. That's 40% for the rare, and probably 60% or 80% for the epic. Something or other. I not had that yet. We're gonna experience it together. So if you have that, it's a 70% boost. That's almost the salary we need for a month, just from one pattern, rather than compare to write one. So yeah, that's a bonus we need to be aware. So once we writing the patterns, we try to be aiming that in each category we have more and more samples. So yeah, we can work with that. Now another thing, I wanted to create another team because we always need more team. And that's gonna be a medic, let's say Jessica Jones maybe. And new team. It doesn't matter at the moment the team name because we're gonna be reshuffling it anyway. And I'm gonna add you, and I'm gonna add you. So we're gonna have now 3 teams we can send out, and actually I'm planning to do so. I'm also claiming all the planets I can do close to the planets and just extend it row by row, because I think it's a kind of defensive mechanics. I'm not really sure how this is working. The only things I know that if you claim a planet, you can set up a scientific expedition if you have the right research. More later about that. And then you can go back and you can see the scientific potential. It's medium, so that's how much science remained on the planet. That's how much you can collect if you're revisiting it after you set up an expedition, sort of like a base there. So I'm gonna take this one as well. Let's just go to these directions. Oh my, what's that? Why does this green? It's an unknown faction. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so now it's official. We met with an alien. Okay, we not met with an alien. We know about an alien. It's an alien factions. And it's quite worrying because it's 1, 2, 3 steps away from our home planet. Okay. Let's try to create a mission to this direction. I don't know, send this team. I'm not really happy with that, to be honest. Create another mission to these directions. Let's just send the newly created team. It's anyway going to be an experience mission. Difficult word to say. Now here it is a great example of what I wanted to show. Experience is 200% because of the destination. Team affinity is 11% because they know each other a little bit better. So it's 211% because of this planet. It's really good when you want to be level up different soldiers, obviously. Okay, and last but not least, we have 3 teams. So let's create another one. Just go to this direction as well. And this is going to be the second team. Who just came back not so long ago, but hey ho, the life is not always easy. Okay, we are back. So let's just speak about research. We have the basics, well, most of the basics on the first row. I want to be focusing more on the second row. The operations is what I just described. Allow the planet to be revisited, kind of create an expedition, a small base in that planet. It costs 300 science, which we don't really have at the moment. It's 273 what we have. But that's something I really want to unlock and create a specific team just revisiting planets. The med bay, I think we don't really need anything there at the moment. Increase the diagnosis speed and diagnosis support by... I think we are fine at the moment, but we maybe need to check that. The workshop is an interesting one. It's cost 400, which is at the moment quite expensive for us as an experience point. But this is unlocking engineer and ore sampling and so on and so on. Not quite sure. Recreation room, I don't think that's the top urgency. And training room is unlocking the soldiers. So that's what I'm gonna be going to. Because training is good anyway. We're gonna be unlocking a bench mass and we're gonna unlock shooting range and the soldier category. I think that's good. And we can create separate teams afterwards. Now let's extend a little bit more this barrack because I want to move all of this what I can just save from it. You can sell it, but it's 50% the price you can get back, and I want to save as much as I want, and we anyway gonna need the space. I can speak a little bit about the patterns. So as you can see, it's 2 beds and 2 associated lockers next to it. So everyone have their lockers, so 2 lockers, 2 beds, 2 lockers, 2 beds, and so on and so on. Easy to scale, and that's what I'm going with. The other thing is why we cannot do it here, because as you can see, we have this black area here. So if I want to select this to be ticked, you can see that it's not selecting those areas. We cannot dig that because if you're going into the builders area to research, you can see it's a bedrock. Bedrock laser drill is a researchable area. However, it costs 1000 scientific research points. Well, that's probably more than all the research points we spent so far in this game. So it's definitely not something we can focus at the moment. So the other things I wanted to discuss a little bit is you might notice that I increased the video quality for this video. So it's now not just HD, but it's 2K. It's quite a significant technological advantage on my end and required a lot of time. So I would highly appreciate if you could give me your feedback. Do you enjoying this? Do you like it if it's a higher quality, or it doesn't really matter for you? Highly appreciated, good feedback, which is helping me on the long run. They came back. So we can see that we have a biosample, 2 biosamples, and we have a specimen. The specimen is the creatures. Now here's my theory, and that's where I really looking for some kind of confirmation. I looked for the internet, I couldn't find anything about it, so I only have what I can think about. This is a number next to it, and it's a quite low number, 6 and 14, which is for biosample quite normal. However, every time we have the creatures, it's way higher than the biosamples. Does it mean it's going to be a higher chance, it's going to be a better quality theory from that? Or is just purely an ID of the biosample or the creatures? I don't know. I hope that doesn't mean it's have a higher chance to be a higher theory level, so more unique or epic or legendary. But if you know about that, it would be really helpful if you could share it with me. So yeah, that's all about that. Okay, so 2 teams back. We're gonna move the barracks. We're gonna wait till Samantha Clark is actually be treated. Looks like she's injured. She is in the self-diagnostic pod. Okay. Wow, huge XP. Probably it was an XP planet. Probably, maybe. Crazy XP. Okay, so what is your problem? Abdominal pain. That's not sounds good, but probably just a painkiller. Something like that. Okay, someone come and treat Jessica Jones. You are good. Treat them. Okay, cool. The other things I wanted to put, as we have more and more people, an extra food dispenser to the kitchen area. Why? Because every time we are emptying the dispenser, then it's giving an order to get more food, and it's quite a time. And sometimes I see that both of the dispenser is empty, and we're waiting for the food order to arrive through the elevator. I want to be sure that we always have one of the dispensers full. Okay, so I moved over all the furnitures I wanted, and the rest I'm just gonna be selling it. I want to be hiring soldiers. Now we have this category unlocked. Let's go for a smaller salary. I don't care about the time. Maybe a little bit lowering the campaign budget. 8 soldiers and an applicant. That sounds good. Okay, build a training room. And we have the month end. Well, not really written any patterns, but I have to work on it. Textile source is going down. Heat resistance going up. Okay, cool. So, shooting range. Let's put 2. I don't know. And weight bench. Bench press is, I don't know, maybe 2 from that as well. Probably gonna have more and more training air facilities in the future, but at the moment I think it's gonna be fine. And Daniel Williams immediately going to do the shooting. Jake Wilson as well. Interesting, okay. So Daniel is hitting the target. Jake Wilson is going everywhere. Okay, that's gonna help their perception skill, and they immediately pushing the weight up. Let this team go out. Cool. Extra XP. Extra XP. Cool. We can send out a team. We have an XP one. Let's just do that. We're gonna send out a team of this one, the first one. Not like it's have any relevance of... Ooh, it's a high scientific potential. Any relevance of the team names at the moment. So I definitely want to get this planet. And these interactions of the factions we are not really know too much. Let's go connect to here. So what we see is this is the only planet. They are there. Okay, disconnect. Connect to here. That's good. That's good. That's a buffer. So it's kind of like a dead end. That's good. We actually can create missions there as well. And send out, I don't know, this team. And maybe the third one just here nearby. Cool. So get some science. Gets a lot of XP. Cool. I think that's a good idea. Okay, so the team is still living, but we have the soldiers candidates. Let's see who we have. So for soldiers, I assume it's body, one of the most important, and maybe perception as aiming skill and damage dealt with weapon. That's my thought about that. So we're going to focusing on that. Okay, so Gabriel is a good candidate. Austin is a good candidate. I don't really understand you, but sure. So everyone's looking the same. Aline is probably a little bit better with the mind. So I definitely want to get Austin. No question about that. Gabriel, no question about that. They're looking all the same from skill. But Aline, looking a little bit better with the mind strength. So let's just go with her. I think 3 soldiers is going to be enough. Now, another thing we need to be researching, and I forgot that, is actually the biosample handling training. Why this is important? So, every time we go into a planet and we have a scientist with us, they can bring back biosamples or specimen creatures. But only the scientist able to hold them and bring them back. So once we have more as a mixed team, with medics, soldiers, engineers, they are not able to bring those back. However, if we have this research, then the scientist is able to give it to specimens, the samples, to other class as well, so we can bring back more samples in one go. I think it's a no-brainer. Okay, let's just see how the team's mission is going. And with that, actually, Team 1 is calling back. Okay, requesting permission to prep a climbing expeditions. Not necessarily sounds good. Confirmed, break out the crampons, denied, you are explorers, not climbers. Which is kinda not true. Anyway, why? Doesn't appear to have a sky. There's just another ground, inverted looking down on us. Then that sounds interesting. Okay, then climb. The closer we get, the better our readings will be. Okay, quite the discovery. Report back when you have news. Okay, I don't know what climbing are we talking here. Is it just walking uphill, or is it climbing on the wall? Anyhow, hopefully it's going well. And they are calling back. We are at the top of the nearest peak. Phew, what a climb and what a view. We are now much closer to the inverted ground. Inverted ground, okay. So, how is it possible? Go ahead, team. Scientists and knowledge, that's actually what we have with the team. Oh yeah, actually, Jones is really good about that. And actually Wolf as well, so let's go with that. And the skill set check is worked. Just we can see here. So we got some XP. This close to it, we can hear a faint hum, almost like engines. It's something keeping it aloft. Okay. It's a perfect copy of the ground we are standing on. My god, from the distance we can even see another team on the peak of the inverted mountains. Is it an alien life? Did we met with the faction? Okay, first contact protocols. Yeah, let's do that. Initiating universal hand signals. They are responding. Awesome! Wait, what's happened? It's not another team. The inverted ground, it's an immersed mirror. The whole planet is encased in it. We were reacting to our own reflection. Oh, it's like complete mirror. Okay, still amazing. Yeah, I wonder what was the purpose was. It's like a hypothetical Dyson sphere, but around the planet, not a star. Maybe it was built to shield the planet. Maybe. Awaiting new instructions and the missions come back. Yeah, not too much XP. Not too much anything else. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, let's work on the team. So you are just came back and I want to be completely reshuffle you. So first of all, I want to take out Megan Jones because you are injured anyway. I'm gonna add a soldiers, so now we have a proper team, and I want to be rewrite you. You're gonna be a blue team, and you're gonna be alpha, and you're gonna be an explorer 01. So this is the team I want to send to any new planets to go and check it because they are the most capable. They can handle any kind of injury because of the medic. They can handle any kind of attack once the soldier is actually leveling up. And we also have a scientist who can, well, experiment. I think that's going to be good. Later on, probably I'm going to have 2 or 3 teams like that. And then I'm going to have more specific teams for specific missions. Jesus Christ, the XP. 2,500, 2,530. Wow. That's really good XP and also some science. Okay, let's work on the team. So I want to create another team. Probably I'm going to keep one scientist, purely scientist one. Actually going to rename that to... We can keep the green. I don't know if the scientist one, but we can call it Science 01. And this team is going to be changing because we're going to take out you. And we're going to say we're going to get soldiers... Miller. So Miller has some XP already, probably from the training room, I assume, because Miller was in the base so far. So yeah. Okay, you're gonna get the green as well. You're gonna be Beta, and you're gonna be Explorer 02. Cool. 2 Explorer team. Created another team, I don't know. I'm not going to use it at the moment, I think. Okay, cool. How about with research? So, we have 389 research points, so definitely go for the operation room. I think that's going to be helpful. I'm going for that. I need all the science. Let's just wait a little bit till the team is a little bit resting, taking some food, and then be sending out the 2 new Explorer team. I think that's going to be interesting. Okay, so as a preparation, I actually dig out the room for the operation room. I'm gonna put it in the background of the base. Let's just see what kind of patterns we can write because, well, I want to be sure that we have something. Heat resistance is actually the hot topic in this month, so let's write something about that. We have 2 common, 2 uncommon. Unfortunately, that's not increasing the quality. But I think the 25% is still good. Maybe write with 3. It's more boost, so it's 30% boost rather than 25 because it's increasing the quality overall. I think that's going to be fine, and it's a area, a category where we have increased spend or payment for this month. Yeah, let's write that and just see. Is Fabian coming to write it? Jesus, Fabian, you have a really nice setup. 5 curved big monitors. Really nice. I seen similar pods one times in a Google office. That was quite some times ago. I'm pretty sure they have more modern solutions nowadays, but wow, that could be really, really handy. How's this going, the research in this with Jake? Do you know what we can do to increase the research speed? We can put in another research station. If we just move this, let's say here, and we build another research desk. Yeah, it's like a hub. I like it. Nice. Now we can do double efforts to research. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, we can send out the team because I think they had enough time to rest. Where we should go? Definitely want to go to these directions because I'm really interested of this alien factions, but I want to go to the right directions down as well. Just to be sure, I'm going to claim this planet. Just to be sure that we see what that direction is. Let's go to get some science with the pure science team. It's an easy mission. You can go there. Let's just see what we can do these directions. Create a mission. Mission relative difficulty expert. That's not good. Mission relative difficulty is high. Oh man. We need more XP. Okay. So we cannot send to a team there. That's too difficult for us yet. So create a team one here. Yep. Expedition there. And maybe go to these directions. No, we are already going to that direction. So let's go to these directions. Yeah, explore team 2. Cool. However, look what I found. A material planet and another material planet. What is a material? I have zero clue. That's maybe where we can send the engineers? Maybe. Potentially. And we have an alien artifact as well. Okay, we should go to there as well. Just to see what's what. Okay, so the science team is calling back. What happened? There's a large robotic octopus in front of us, hovering a few feet above the ground. Seems to emerge from the lake just ahead of us. What should we do? Octopus is quite delicious. I just want to point it out. The force contact procedures. Is it friendly? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think so. Okay, so we have 3 skills check. One is a perception, 52% of the chance we're gonna succeed. A scientics and logic, definitely the way I'm probably gonna go. What is it made out of? Can you establish a rapport? Yeah, our social skill is not really good. But the logic and scientists, so we are scientists. This is actually pure scientist team, so we're gonna go with that. What is it made of? It's critically succeeded. Wow. I didn't even know you can do that. I don't think it's a material we had discovered yet. It's also emitting strong energy readings. Should I try a perception? How is it gonna be helping me? So the skills of perception is 2 for all the 3. It's a 50-50. Go for it. Well, it failed. 8, I think. Wait, no, it's 10. Okay, that's good, not a good. I don't think this is going to be helping. Those could do some serious damage. I agree with that. I think we should return to the gate. It just swiped at Clark, shocked them with one of the arms. Now it's stationary again, just start staring at us. Oh boy! Oh boy, get out there quickly. Don't spook it, back away nice and slow. I think that's what we should do. And it's failed again. More are arriving. I didn't see where they came from. That's a good news. Let's not worry about that. Yeah, just keep moving. They aren't pursuing. I think we are good. We are ready to enter the gate. I wish we could have learned more about them, but they gave me the creeps. I agree. Should I blacklist this planet? Hopefully there aren't more of them. I don't want to blacklist the planet. We might be able to come back. Okay, some XP, not too much. So now we have the new room, which is the operation room. Let's establish it. It's quite expensive. 1,200 tires? Wow, that's one of the most expensive rooms so far we had. I really like the pattern on the floor. It's almost like electronic boards. What buildings do we have? We have one building which is $5,000 and 500 energy. Holy moly! Okay, we're not gonna have too much facilities at the moment. Only one. How's this looks like? Oh, it's like rings together. All rings together. Oh, nice, like a mini gate. So, okay, teams came back. 18, 18, 94. Wow. Now I'm more and more hopeful that's mean it's actually a higher chance for the rarity. I really, really hope about that. Oh man, that would be so good. Get the legendary one. Okay, let's just check what we can do. So now we can go to the different planets. It's very interesting that we don't know the scientific potential in here. Anyhow, there's no scientific potential there. It's a low, it's a none. Really good planets do we have. The medium. We have the high one. I'm probably gonna go for this one. So set up a scientific expedition. Create a new scientific expedition using expedition mapper. We have that building we just created, okay. And we can use a science team because it's not really difficult. Can we use this one? Can we create a team here? Wait. Do we have 3 scientists who is not in any team? We have only 2. Okay, that's not good. Okay, we're gonna send the scientist team. Pure scientist team. Send them. Okay. How long the team will rest in the base between missions? So, you can automate that. Between 20 and 4 days. Let's be going with the default one. Skip the report at the end of each mission. No, I'm interested at the beginning, so... Okay, let's do that. Injury chance is quite low, and apparently they gonna go to this mission now? Question mark? Oh yes, no, we have the ongoing mission, which is Explorer 1, or sorry 2, and the recurring one, which is the Scientist one. So they're gonna go back and forth, and they're gonna pause 10 days in between to do some rest, do some food. I quite like that. That's good. And here's an example. We have 1 scientist in this mission, but we have 2 biosamples because the soldiers got 1 from the scientist, so we could go to 2 back. Cool. There's a lot of things happening. What's your problem? Has nowhere to put what we are carrying. Need a free biosample containment in the laboratory. Oh yes, because we have a pear, pumpkin kind of things. What is that? It's like a cube, or I don't know what is that. Anyhow, we are full. Can we get some scientists to come and do some experiments so we have free space, please? Also, can I create a new team with... Yes, we have a soldier. We have a scientist. And then we have a medic. And then we kind of call them... Charlie? Do we have Charlie? I don't know what's that, but we're gonna call it Charlie. And this is gonna be Expedition 3, I think. Cool, another team. Who is the scientist remaining in the base? That's Tang Chang. So you're gonna be... Who's gonna write the patterns? Speaking about patterns, can we write a pattern? Cold resistance. Well, it's not too much theory we have there. That's the problem. All of the theories are quite spread around between the categories. So we don't really have too much in one category. This is the only one where we have, but we're going to lose a lot of rarity. And so far, the rare is the only quality we had. We're not seeing any epic, neither legendary, so... Yeah. Let's just wait a little bit to the scientists have some time to actually checking the samples, not just collecting them. I think that would be useful. Not to mention, we can now use the biosample container because we freed up a few. Hopefully that's happened in the background. There's an epic one! That is an epic one. And that came from a creature. So creatures might gonna be the solutions to get epic and legendaries. Ooh! They are expanding. They haven't been here before. right? Right? Yeah, they were only been here. Oh man. We have to start to claim planets here. Do we know them? Can we go here? Oh man, it's really high risk. I don't want to risk it. Should we? Should we risk it? Who's the most experienced one? This is a 531. 531. Wow, 521. Oh, okay, okay. Disconnect. Is it better? Yes, this is better. What is that? What is that? It's a material planet. It's treat detected. Toxic rain. Oh. That sounds really unpleasant. Light exosuit and air filtering. Oh, I didn't even know we can do that. Is this something we can craft? Is this something we can collect? Wow, so many questions. I don't want it to close it. Okay, it looks like they are really invasively coming closer to our direction, so I don't really like it. Let's go and visit this planet. Let's send the quote-unquote most experienced team, the Exploration 1. And let's see what they're gonna do. I mean, injury chance is quite high. Injury severity is 80%. Okay, it's not the best odds we have, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because I want to meet with this faction. I want to see this alien. But I'm gonna be leaving this with a cliffhanger because we already done a lot. We already established a base on a different planet. We actually created new teams, new team categories. We have a new class, soldiers. We have training rooms. And lots of things happened. So next episode, we're gonna see how the team expedition is going there with the new factions and how the faction is looking and what we can do with them. Hope you like this episode. If you like it, please leave a like. It helps a lot to grow this channel. And if you have any feedback, please leave a comment. I'm really happy to hear your thoughts about the videos over all the channels. And if you like the channel altogether, please subscribe and come back to the next episode as well. See you next time. Bye bye.